What you focus on expands. What you focus on expands. So, I'm having a conversation with myself and listening to Abraham Hicks. And she brought up a very good point. And what it is that whatever you focus on expands, right? We already know this. I've known this for quite a while. But this is the topic of conversation was, when my husband does this, I'm annoyed and I want to leave the relationship and go somewhere else. And it's funny because if you think that way, I'm over here having my tea. This is how much I love tarot card readings. It's just in my hand. If you're thinking about leaving someone because you are in a position where you don't like what they're doing, all you're doing is you're creating a space for you to get more of what you don't want in someone else. So that's a hard pill to swallow, knowing that you thinking you're gonna leave, like, go, you know that saying, you want to be happy, then go be happy then. You thinking that you're gonna leave a situation, or a situation is not best for you, when all you're doing is you're gonna go get someone else that's gonna give you more of that situation. And this goes for men and women. And I just wanted to talk about relationships because I know a lot of people are going through that. And funny enough, a lot of our emotional traumas have to do with other people. Right? So, you get to, if anything is happening in your environment, understand that you are literally creating it. Literally, when I go outside and I see people are arguing, couples are arguing, or there's like a disagreement, I know it's coming from me because my reality is projecting to me my perception. And I usually see positive things. I see smiley faces on the ground. I see roses growing out the concrete. I see beautiful things all the time. But whenever I see things that are in dissonance with my original feelings of how I know I want to feel, I know there's like some discord within my thinking, right? So instead of you creating more of what you don't want, what you get to do is take the power back into your hands and know that you're in control of your reality. So instead of focusing on what's going on with this other person, and you can't control other people, you focus on yourself. You focus on the things that you do want. What do I want to see? I want love. I want peace. I want abundance. I want consistency. I want pleasure. I want joy. I see it like this every single day. And it's hard. It's not hard. It's challenging. However, you have that power to make that change within yourself first. Once you do that, because your reality, your perception, changes your reality. I love doing this. Because your perception changes your reality have to respond to your perception, to you as an energetical being. So now, if that means more and more you're going to pull away from whatever it is that is causing you dissonance, that is the natural evolution of things, because you are moving yourself away from what is not in accordance with you, what is not in vibrational frequency or vibrational resonance with you. It's not resonating with you. This is not what you want. You never have to physically go say something or do something. You just get to pour the energy back into yourself, remain your center self, ask for what it is that you want, and you will drastically see how your lives will change. People will come out and new people will come in. But now the problem lies in not the fact that you're actually getting what you asked for, either if you're aware of it or not. Now what becomes the problem is the inability to detach because of whatever. I spent a lot of time with this person. I'm comfortable with this person. This person perhaps provided condition for me that, I need or think that I need or desire or whatever. It's hard for you to detach. And when we cannot detach, this is when we start to suffer. I really want to take the time out to read something, but it's going to take a long time. But this book was really good, right? This book was really good. I decided to live 120 years. It talks about pretty cool things in here. And one of the things was, when you focus on the things that you don't want, you create suffering because you don't know how to detach. So real briefly, one of the things that it talked about was what was the name of that section? Things that weigh down our souls. And it's like whenever we feel hurt by someone or triggered, we victimize ourselves. We start to act like we're victims. And the problem with naming yourself as a victim, your subconscious creates victimizers. And the problem with creating a victimizer, you create multiple victimizers. So you constantly keep putting yourself in a victimhood because you know if this person can betray me, a lot of people can betray me. Now your guard is up and your emotional energy is up. You're blocking yourself off. The problem with that is you've increased your negative emotions, your negative energy, because you're trying to protect yourself. And by doing that, not enough positive energy is there to sustain your health. So then you start having breakdown in your body, such as diseases. And you need to learn how to let go so you don't have those. So instead of calling yourself a victim and creating victimizers, you flip the switch. You don't attack the person. You go within and you decide to release the whole concept of you being a victim and instead incorporate yourself as the victimizer. Because perhaps you caused the trauma or triggered the other person as well. You get to take responsibility for yourself, figure out what it is that you did wrong to not recreate this situation, especially not create a victimhood mentality, and free yourself. Because as long as you become the victimizer within yourself and you heal that aspect of you, whatever that it was that caused you pain, dissonance, discord, whatever, disagreement, then there is no victim. Once you eliminate the victimizer from within, there will be no victim. And then you get to create a holistic life and then do it again because it's never ending.
What you focus on expands. What you focus on expands.
So I'm having a conversation with myself and listening to Abraham Hicks, and she brought up a very good point. And what it is that whatever you focus on expands, right? We already know this. I've known this for quite a while, but this is the topic of conversation was, when my husband does this, I'm annoyed and I want to leave the relationship and go somewhere else. And it's funny because if you think that way, I'm over here having my tea. This is how much I love tarot card readings. It's just in my hand. If you're thinking about leaving someone because you are in a position where you don't like what they're doing, all you're doing is you're creating a space for you to get more of what you don't want in someone else.